So there's a debate between saving infants from developing life-threatening diseases and from going too far in science as to open the door to the creation of designer babies that would basically degrade the status of children from human beings to customizable toys. And so that debate does not lend itself to comedy, and therefore I will not be discussing it comedically. What it does lend itself to is the ethics involved. The case study of Miss Bernardi, who lost all 7 of her children to mitochondrial disease, is a convincing example of ethos because she has a first-hand account of how horrible the diseases can be and just how much this new medicine can have a help in actual people's lives. Likewise, Professor Doug Turnbull's testimony that this is an important hurdle in the development of the IVF technique in terms of scientific progress is an effective source of ethos because he is one of the leading medical experts on this topic. On the other hand, the debate in the British House of Commons also makes a valid logical point that if society were to legalize the genetic modification embryos as described in the article, then this would be taking a dangerous step in human genetic modification that could lead to pretty regrettable consequences. Similarly, Dr. Gillian Lockwood's argument that this has been described as a 3-parent IVF, in fact it is a 2.001 parent IVF, points out the specifics of the procedure, which is that the baby's genetic composition is only changed by 0.001%, which could help push legislation that would still treat the infants as if they had only 2 parents instead of 3, and that would be more similar to the legislation that we have today, so there wouldn't have to be any drastic modifications in the laws. James Gallagher blends testimonials from medical experts and from real-life victims who have suffered from mitochondrial disease, so overall he creates a very effective argument, both for and against allowing 3-person babies, but a lot of the information concerning not allowing this procedure to be legalized is used to create rebuttals, so the overall message or argument of the article is for allowing legislation of 3-parent babies. But the one voice that isn't represented in this article is the voice of the infant victims of mitochondrial disease, and if their opinions could be known, I'm sure we all know what they would choose.